How's it going, YouTube? This is SchoolShirtGold TCG, and I am here today to bring you a rather unorthodox video. For those of you who are aware, YouTube just today put out a brand new service called YouTube Red. Basically, this allows for you to pay a little bit each month, about $10 USD, to opt out of watching ads on people's YouTube channels. There's also a few other things that you can opt into, such as getting to see exclusive content that you can't see just through normal YouTube, but that is usually reserved for people who make those kinds of videos that work directly with YouTube, which is not me, so let's only talk about this right now, the ad thing. Ever since this was first announced in June, I've actually been a little scared because, as many of you know, my job is YouTube. I make money almost exclusively through people watching ads in front of or during my videos on YouTube, and it's not much money. For me, and I actually get a pretty high CPM compared with most other YouTubers, I earn about 1 penny per 500 views on my videos. That's not much. And like I said, that's actually way more than a lot of people get, even people who have a large amount of subscribers, way more than I do. It's just the way it works sometimes. So let's just say you earn a penny per 1,000 views. Well, that's because usually people have ad block installed and other sorts of things that prevent people from actually being able to see those videos, or the ads in front of those videos. So there's a lot of factors that go into it, but let's just say 1 penny per 1,000 views. As you can imagine, it takes a lot of views per month in order to add up to enough for someone to live off of, and that is why I am incredibly grateful that I have 100,000 plus subscribers each month who are more than willing to watch my videos so that I can continue to make videos for you guys, and at the same time you guys support me to live and have fun in my real life. The big problem with YouTube Red is, for people who opt into the program, they no longer get to see the ads, which means, of course, I don't get any money from people seeing the ads who opt into YouTube Red. Instead, what YouTube Red does is they give me a portion of the money that the people pay YouTube every month, depending on how much of my content they watch as opposed to other people. If one person pays $10 but they're subscribed to a few hundred people, that means I'm probably only going to get a few pennies from that person each month, no matter how much of my content they actually watch. Now, that's not to say that YouTube Red is a bad thing. I think that it's great that YouTube has finally offering a paid subscription service for people who don't want to run ad block but still want to support people's videos without seeing ads. I think that this is a great alternative, and I think that is great. The biggest problem right now is that for the entire month of November, you can get a free trial of YouTube Red without having to pay anything. That sounds great. It's like you get to try YouTube Red and see if you like it enough to be willing to pay $10 a month afterwards, which, let's face it, most people aren't willing to do if they can simply add ad block, or probably the majority of people opt out of just watching a 15-second ad in order to make sure that their people that they're watching can continue living. But because it's free for the month of November, we aren't going to get the money that people would otherwise be paying YouTube Red to give to us. By that, I mean, if you sign up for YouTube Red this month, we're not going to get anything if you watch our videos. And I'm not just talking about me. This is going to affect every single person that you watch the videos if you're a part of YouTube Red. If the person has one video and you see that video one time and you're part of YouTube Red, they're not going to get anything out of it. Even if it would otherwise just be hundredths of a penny, they're still not going to get anything out of it. This is going to affect everybody, myself included, but even YouTube royalty, people with tens of millions of subscribers, they're going to be affected by this too. PewDiePie, the #1 most subscribed person on YouTube, he's not going to get nearly as much money this upcoming month because of the amount of people opting to sign up for a free trial of YouTube Red, and thus not giving the money to YouTube to pay the content creators. This is going to affect him, it's going to affect him and everyone else on YouTube, and that is why I'm making this video. I know this is going to fall on deaf ears, and I'm sure I'm going to get a few comments saying how I'm a money-hoarding, greedy guy, but here's the thing. I rely on YouTube for an income. My electric bill, my internet bill, everything that I need to live off of, groceries, gas, everything, all that money comes from YouTube. everything that I need to reinvest into the channel, like booster boxes or Amiibo or something like that. I need to get that money through YouTube, and this month it's going to be really hard to do that because of the number of people who are inevitably going to sign up for YouTube Red just because it's free and they have nothing to lose. If it was just instantly sign up and you have to pay $10, I can see a lot of people just not doing that. But we have the free trial, which means that we're going to get a lot of our very loyal subscribers signing up because they feel they have nothing to lose. And I'm here to tell you that you do have something to lose. You lose supporting the content creators of YouTube. Myself, other PokeTubers, Jaywit, Shady Penguin, Maryland, all of them are on Twitter right now as I'm recording this, explaining their frustration, and all of us are actually a little scared because the month of November is typically one of the highest paying months to get us through the last portions of the year, and with that money we usually reinvest into stuff to go into the early months of the next year where our earnings are incredibly lower due to the big advertisers just pushing out the big ads for Christmas and then stopping altogether afterwards. So it's very frustrating to see that one of the biggest months of the year is when YouTube decides, you know what, let's go ahead and pretend like our content creators don't matter. And honestly, it's a little frustrating and, like I said, a little scary. So I'm asking for you to do two things, not just for me, but for everyone on YouTube, everyone who makes a video. If you're subscribed to me, this applies to you. If you're not subscribed to me, but you're subscribed to someone else and you watch their videos regularly, this applies to them. This applies to every single person who has ever made a video on YouTube and sees at least a little bit of money out of it. I want for you to listen to me on their behalf. My plea to you is to do one of two things. One, don't sign up for the free trial of YouTube Red. I understand it's incredibly tempting, and like I said, it looks like you have nothing to lose, but if you do, we, the content creators, are not going to be able to get as much money as before. And like, let's just say someone gets $1,000 normally. I'm saying that if people sign up for YouTube Red like it looks like they're going to with this free trial, they would otherwise maybe get $50 or $100, not anywhere close to as much, which means they might not be able to get enough money to pay off even their most basic needs, like food or gas or paying the bills and stuff like that. If you want to sign up for YouTube Red at a later date, feel free, but just don't make it this month, because as long as it's free to you, it's free to YouTube, and they're not going to pay us to make videos, which for some people who just make YouTube a side hobby, that's fine. But for people like me and most YouTubers who have more subscribers than I do, and there are over 20,000 of them, then it's going to be a very big problem because this is our only source of income. There are quite a few of us who have gigs on the side, like Twitch or Patreon, that can help to fund us at least through a month, but for a lot of people, they don't have that. YouTube's all they have. So for people like that, you'd be doing them a huge favor by opting out of YouTube Red and just agreeing to watching the ads for at least another month. It's really not a big deal, is it, to just sit and watch a ad for a few seconds before a video? Really, you have no idea how much it would mean to us. And if you insist on getting the YouTube Red trial anyway, and again, I understand why. It's a great deal just to see if you like it before you're committed to getting into it for $10 a month. I understand that. But if you want to do that, then I encourage you to find out if those content creators that you love most have a secondary way of you to support them. What I do is I have Patreon, and this month it really will help for you guys to support me as much as possible, just so then I can get through the month and then get into December and hopefully be able to make enough money to continue going like I have been. So I have Patreon, and whenever I stream on Twitch, I have a little donation pool, and if you even donate $1, it means the world to me. It really does. So that's about it. I think that I've basically covered everything. In short, please consider either opting out of YouTube Red, or if you do it, then make sure that you have a way of otherwise supporting the content creators of YouTube. If you don't care about me, but you care about someone else, go to them and see if they have a way of you to support them through the month, because as long as YouTube Red is free, we are not going to get paid any money for it. So that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you all watched it and were informed, and thanks everyone for watching, and stay tuned for more.